Hey guys, welcome back. If there's one video I have been looking forward to talking about all 2025, it absolutely has to be Epic, the musical, which is a readaptation of Homer's The Odyssey, created by Jorge Rivera Herranz. I listened to it. This broke me. I love this song. I love this album. I love the talents behind it, the creation, the creativity, whatever you want to call it, behind this musical. And I've been incessantly listening to it for the past couple of months, just completely in love with it. So here I am. I'm going to be going through each saga at a time, and we're going to pick my favorite song. I'm going to let you guys know what my favorite song of each saga is, and I would love if you guys could let me know what your favorite song in each saga is as well. Now, for those of you who don't know, Epic the Musical is based off an ancient poem by Homer, ancient Greek, that far along. Like, the Odyssey is divided into 24 books, and it follows the king of Ithaca, Odysseus, who goes off to fight a war for 10 years. This war involves gods, goddesses, humans. There's a man who steals another man's wife, runs back to his kingdom, and then he's essentially like, I'm not gonna give her back, and this starts a war because ego. Odysseus is on the side of, wow, you stole our king's wife. We're not gonna let that stand. So he leaves his wife and he leaves his son, and he goes off to fight this war in Troy, because again, it's like you've stolen the king's wife. Like, you can't let that stand. So that's the Iliad. The Odyssey follows Odysseus's journey back home to his wife and son, back home to Ithaca, which then takes like another 10 years and, involves him taking back a contingent of soldiers, of men, after this 10-year war back home. Now, the musical starts off with one of the last acts of war Odysseus performs in Troy before coming home to his wife. The war is over. They have tricked the Trojans into letting them in using this Trojan horse. We hear it all the time. And because in the Trojan horse are a bunch of soldiers. The Trojans are like, oh, I guess they went home. Let's bring this horse in. They do. It's full of soldiers. The entire city is put to death. The queen is sold off into, slavery, I'm pretty sure. And Odysseus commits an act so atrocious, it kind of starts this musical and follows him follows him on. So let's get started with the first song, and yeah, let's go.
Alright, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly, but now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again.
So the first saga has 4 songs in it. The Horse and the Infant, Just the Man, Full Speed Ahead, and Open Arms. Now, just to let you know, all of the songs in this musical are bangers. Like, this is essentially the task of picking which good song is better than which the other good song. It's sort of like Andor currently, which episode is better than the other. Like, saying I like one better doesn't mean there's something deficient in the other one, but we're gonna goddamn try. So yeah, this is the Troy Saga. After 10 years of fighting, Odysseus and his men are in. They're like, we're going home, boys. We just gotta do this thing. And then as they're doing this thing, a little certain man comes out of nowhere. Also, the lovely voice you are currently hearing is Jorge. He plays the voice. He's the voice actor that brings Odysseus to life. Odie? I don't know yet.
What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? What do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for? Then you love me. Then you love me. And to love us. I fight for us. I fight for us. What do you live for?
Complete full disclosure, the animatics I've been watching for Epic the Musical is by the Divol. Forgiveness if I'm saying that incorrectly. But for this, I guess, me talking about it with y'all, I was like, oh, let me check out some new animatics because, again, I've listened to the song so many times, but I've also kind of wanted to keep myself unspoiled and check out other animatics when I'm officially doing this.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What sort of imminent threat does he pose that I cannot avoid? This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow.
So, worst father and husband of all time, Zeus comes through and he's like, hey, war is done. I know you're ready to go home, but you have to do one more thing. I need you to kill a baby.
Say goodbye to him. I could raise him as my own. Or send him down on my knees for ya. I'm begging, please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
Oh my god, Jorge has the voice of an angel. Let's open with that right now. The voice of an angel. And I hate Zeus. If I could find Zeus and fight him and win, I would.
In your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is lose.
So essentially what Zeus does is he comes through and he's like, look, I'm gonna need you to kill this baby, this son of Hector. Hector being like the crown prince of Troy. He's like, if you don't kill this baby, like this baby will eventually come for you. This baby will come and destroy your family. And like Odysseus is like, oh, but like what if I raise him? What if I raise him as my own child? Zeus is like, don't matter. You're dead either way. And he's like, okay, what if I send him far away? And Zeus is like, nope, we're going to let him know. Like, essentially, the gods will make it known what you have done to his family, his mother, his father, his people, the land he was supposed to be king of. And eventually, he will come and kill you. So, yeah, this is the struggle. This is the first of many decisions that Odysseus will begin to have to do to get back to his own son and get back to his own family. And the next song up is going to be Just a Man. So again, just shout out to, let me just make sure I give credit where credit is due. Yeah, so this animatic was by Genjo the Third. Shout out to Genjo. Loved it. So now we're going to move on and watch the animatic for Just a Man. So this right here is the moment where he's trying to come to terms with this thing he might have to do.
Your eyes, and I think back to the sun of mine. You're as old as he was. I left for home.
Just a quick shout out that this animatic is brought to us. This is not GG. I always want to say GG, but this is an animatic from Wolfie the Witch.
I'm just a man who's trying to go home. Even after all the years away from what I've known, I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster?
Okay, cutest baby ever. Like, how dare you, Wolfie the Witch? Because you didn't need to make this baby so extra cute. So, another thing I want to mention is sort of the motif, the use of, like, okay, one, I think it's fantastic that the entire animatic community decided to, like, just create animatics based off of Epic the Musical. Like, I am late to the game, I will admit it, and I'm glad I didn't have to wait. I'm glad and I'm blessed. But also just the fact that everybody was just like, we're going to make animatics, we're going to put in our own work, our own hours, dedication, so on and so forth for the creation of this musical. Like, that's how good it is. And it just gives you the goodies. But also, Wolfie, why is the baby this cute? This feels mean. This feels really mean. Oh yeah, what did I want to talk about? The motif of when does a man become a monster? Chef's kiss. Because it's like, when does a comet become a, when does a flame become a comet? When does a man become a monster? Let me make sure I got that right. Okay, when does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a comet become a meteor? Like, when does this one thing become this indestructible force? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? And this comes up over and over and over again in this musical.
Does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? Does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? Does a man become a monster? I'm just a man.
Like, yeah, he throws, let me just solve the mystery. He does throw the baby down the city walls, and that is part of the original story. Um, which is insane. Well, no, it's not insane to me. Like, every story's been told. We're not inventing anything new. Homer was way ahead of the game, and very much the game he set up we still utilize in books and movies today. There are some animatics which literally show him throwing this baby over, and there's some, well, this one kind of just shows him, like, it just shows like blackness. But the one I was watching, let's see here, let's see if I can just pull Lynn up. I'm just gonna call her Lynn, or call him Lynn, or call they Lynn, whichever applies. Because because again, this is someone who has gathered like just a bunch of animatics, so let me make that clear. But this animatic for Just a Man shows, I don't know why I want to show you guys him clearly dropping this baby, but comparison, and you guys get to check out another animatic in the process. Just all these animatics making these babies cute. He's about to throw the cutest Gerber baby out a window. Like, why? Wait, let's just, okay.
I'm just a man.
Like, you guys see that? You guys I feel like a terrible person for once again showing these two, but you can sort of see it more explicitly shown in this animatic that he does throw the baby off the city gates. Again, it's not something he does in secret. It's something he does in full view of his men, of his soldiers. This is a war crime, but it is still an action taking at wartime. So it's almost like, I'm not in this by myself. You guys are seeing this because we are all co-signing this. That's sort of how I think about this act. And it also starts this I'm just a man. Like, I'm doing this terrible thing, this horrible, horrible thing. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a man who has to do these things to get back home to my wife and son. Okay, so that's song number 2. Okay, so the next song in the Troy saga is going to be Full Speed Ahead. This is after Odysseus is done the terrible thing of throwing a baby off throwing a baby, I don't know what you would call it. Basically, throwing a baby to its death. Yeah, doing that. We have him now being like, full speed ahead, guys. We're going home. The war is done. The war is done. Let's go. He's got 600 men. Not one of his men died at war, which is just insane. Like, what are those odds about, right? Like, he's that. That again is just them showing how good a leader he is, how good a fighter, strategist, all of the above. So now 600 men going back home to Ithaca. It's going to be great. Nothing but smooth sailing from here.
600 men, 600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind: make it back alive to our homeland. 600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance, it's what lies in between. And Ithaca's waiting, my kingdom is waiting, the enemy is waiting for me. So full speed ahead.
Okay, so I don't know who was responsible for logistics during the war, but that person hopefully died or was fired, because how do you guys just sack an entire city and you're like, okay, Odie, you got 600 men, get your men back to Ithaca, but not take enough food to get home? How does that happen? Was there no more food in Troy after a 10-year siege? Or did you just not plan well? Anyway, due to this dilemma, they will now have to go off course instead of just going straight home because they need food. Some would say, maybe eat each other. Some would say, I'm not saying that, but we gotta find a way.
What's the plan? Watch where the birds fly. They will lead us to land. Careful hunt for food, my second in command. Now full speed ahead.
So that's Eurylochus, his second in command. And then look who we meet, guys.
Captain Politics. Look! There in the distance, I see an island. I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows? Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke. I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste, so let's raid the place.
Let's just take a pause here. You guys can't see this live, but I am grinning from ear to ear because I love Polites. Nerd in the glasses, oh, he's the best. I love him. So you have Polites on the right hand side of Odysseus, and you have Eurylochus on the left hand side. Eurylochus is very himbo. He's just like, yo, let's raid this place, let's goon them, let's take their food. And Polites is like, yo, chill, dude, let's scope it out first. What's the rush? Like, so we're kind of seeing their representation of the two sides of Odysseus, sort of this warrior who, doesn't just want to go straight 10. He's on the defensive, doesn't just want to raid and take. He's like, let's see what the situation is. And Eurylochus, his left-hand man, is like, sir, let's just raid the place and go. Like, he's ready. But Polites view wins the day.
Polities gear up. You and I'll go ahead. You and I'll go ahead.
Look at that. Look at his little face. Okay. I am kind of glad you guys can't see me.
We should try to find a way no one ends up dead. We don't know what's ahead. Get me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed up. Full speed ahead. We're up, we're off, and away we go.
So I think this song does a really good job in showing like Odysseus is not exactly a bad guy, but he will reserve like the most extreme things for last, right? Like again, Eurylochus is absolutely ready to just go. But he says, look, let me and Polites go ahead on our little date. We'll be back in a bit. Don't miss us. He didn't say all of that, but I'm saying all of that for him. Okay, so here's the next song. It's titled Open Arms, and this animatic is by Merxy. Oh, twerk your butt, twerk your butt.
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service. Try to relax, my friend, find Polites. Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed.
Like, this is the boppiest of boppy songs. Like, it makes me always want to dance and smile, and the instruments and just the talent and their voices.
Give it a try, it's not that hard, I'm telling you. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. Greet the world with open arms. We're only here for food. 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you.
So these little creatures, I believe they're the Winions, also known as the Lotus Eaters. And they exist on this island. They are drug idol beings. You know, in the book, basically stoners, more beyond this is some hard stuff, and that's all they do on this island. And Odysseus is like, Polites is like, let's not go ham yet, Odysseus. Let's talk to them first. And they ask, where can we find food? And they're like, yo, there's that cave over there, and check it out.
Just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms. Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we go.
Yeah, let's see that, the cave. And then I love how in parentheses, the scary cave. I wish that Lotus Eater guy had been a little bit louder. But anyway, he tells them, these Lotus Eaters tell them, there's this cave over on the east, mad food, check it out. Polites is like, thank you. He's like, see, Odysseus, see what happens when you're nice and you just communicate with people. You will get the results you want.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? East. Thank you. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt.
I love how this animatic looks just like Jorge. We see a lot of the animators do this with the singers of the musical, where they then draw Athena. They draw, in the future, Calypso, Zeus, as their actual singer. And I love that blending because this right here is Odysseus, but this right here is also absolutely Jorge. And I love that.
Inside your heart, so whenever place it and light up the world. Here's how it starts. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world.
Also, the amount of times this song has stopped me from just flipping out on people, generally, top tier. Top tier. So, okay, it's still going. We still got a little bop. Let's continue. Oh, he's glitching. Why is he glitching? So the first time I saw this happening, I was like, "What's wrong? What's going on with my TV? Like, what's happening?" Well, the best way to put this is someone, maybe Danny Mata, love his, like, oh my god, you guys go check out his reactions to this. It's been the most adorable thing ever and really good production. But yeah, he kind of calls it quick thought. I'm sure it's a gaming terminology, sort of like when the person is in light, like I'm here, sort of like the Matrix, right? You're a person, but then you get plugged in and you get taken somewhere else. And that's what we're about to see with Odysseus. He is about to essentially be transported into a godlike arena. And we're now going to see that with Warrior of the Mind, where this is our first official introduction to Athena.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Athena! Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you.
This is also by Mercy. Don't want to forget. Check out Mercy. Yo, this is insane. Like, this is movie making animatics, just FYI. I think that's why I'm just constantly impressed by, one, the variety of animatics out there, but also the amount of details that folks went into in bringing this world to life. Like, wow. So, with our introduction to Athena being the goddess of wisdom, we realize her and Odysseus have been intertwined in each other's life for quite a while, and she's not quite happy with the influence of polities in terms of Odysseus's way of thinking. She's like, you're a warrior of the mind. You're a smart dude. I need you to act like a smart dude. You're a smart warrior. You were at war for 10 years and you're able to leave that place with all of your men intact because you have learned all these things that make you like the epic warrior. Quote unquote. And you're straying from that because polities is mad cute, understandably. But either way, she's not a fan of that.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you. How can you see through my spell? I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
I absolutely love young Odysseus as well. He's like a cutie patootie. He's also mad confident to the point of arrogance, but also that doesn't seem to change with age. But, Athena agrees to be his mentor to great fruition. Until now, again, because of polities being all like, open arms, boo, open arms, you know what you need to do.
I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the night. Maybe one day we'll reach them, and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the night. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind.
Oh, I love that switch in visuals. My God. God, that is gorgeous. Oh, he's absolutely about to disappoint you, Athena. Sorry to say. So we see him sort of going back to, real life, reality, polities. And he's like, let's just go. Ah, that's a beautiful ending frame. It's literally him turning his back against the teachings of Athena, and we're now going to see where that takes him, for good or for bad. Hint, hint, it's for bad. But yeah, that is the first saga of Epic the Musical. Again, this is where the hard part comes for me because I have to pick a favorite song. So we've got the Troy Saga, which, Jesus Christ, I love that whole when does a man become a monster, when does a candle become a flame, when does a comet become a meteor. Like, that's just beautiful. Like, it doesn't, I was about to say it doesn't get any better than that, but this entire, musical is literally that phrase come to life. And then we have Just a Man, Full Speed Ahead, Open Arms. Like, I am really torn, and this is too many options to be torn. Which is, I'm torn between The Horse and the Infant, Just a Man, but I kind of consider The Horse and the Infant one song, honestly, and I consider Open Arms, and Open Arms is one song, but I would say that's what I'm torn between the most. So let's take a tizzy back. And I love the whole Penelope. Oh my God. That alone makes this such a great song. And then, like, with the introduction of Zeus's behind being all like, hey, hey, it's great. Oh my God, this is really tough. I think this might be honestly why I've kind of been putting this off for as long as I have, because this is hard. Okay, and then Just the Man, which is honestly the saddest thing ever. But I love how sweet, not sweet, but it does sound sweet. How, what's the word I'm looking for? It sounds like a lullaby, which is so deceiving. He's holding a knife over a child. Oh my God, right? Again, it's so soothing. Whew, this song hits in all the feels. It really hits in all the feels. Oh my gosh, I'm in Penelope. Like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely Open Arms. It's definitely Open Arms for me. It's definitely Open Arms. uh, yeah. Officially, I'm gonna have to say Open Arms is my favorite song. Which this is a completely subjective opinion, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Open Arms officially because I said I was gonna pick one. And again, this is hard, but I just love Open Arms. The singer for Polities is just top tier, top goddamn tier. Oh, look at that face! Oh my God, the animatics just makes it worse with his little glasses. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, so like officially that is it. That's all I've got for you guys. I need to go cry in a corner now. Hopefully you guys enjoy, I guess, my retrospective on Epic the Musical, officially the Troy Saga. If you enjoy it, please give it a like. Come back for the next video, which I am not looking forward to at all, the Cyclops Saga. Yeah, good luck with me picking a song in that one. Sheesh. But yeah, no, this has been fun. This has been super fun. Let me know your favorite song in the comments. I really, really want to know. Don't be shy. And yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back with open arms for the next saga.
Give it a try, it's not that hard, I'm telling you. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart.